Day 23. We're leaving Nagano and we're heading down to Tokyo / Yokohama. It looks like we'll probably check out the ramen shop today, the Ramen Museum, and then look at Fuji and Gotemba tomorrow. But if we can squeeze in Fuji and Gotemba, we're going to try to do that so we can get most of the major traveling done. So you're going to find out as we find out. But right now it's off for a 1.5 hour Shinkansen ride down to Tokyo. Today we're getting breakfast at Lawson's. We also got a few sandwiches for the ride on the Shinkansen. It tastes the same, like the Family Mart version. I suspect there's probably one distributor that makes it for both Family Mart and Lawson's. I think it was a little cheaper here at Lawson's by a few yen. Making our way to the unreserved cars because we could get reserved, but there's a line to wait. And most of the time the unreserved cars are full of seats that are free. We made it to Tokyo Station. Now we're popping another train down to Yokohama. Pam and I are in Yokohama. The weather is very nice. It's not freezing cold, and
Take off my jacket and be fine.
she can take off her jacket and be fine. So currently the plan is to go to our hotel to drop off our luggage, check in later, and then we're gonna try to race down to Gotemba and check out Fuji. So I'm gonna do a quick panorama view of what it looks like here. We're approaching our hotel for the night. The hotel edit, Yokohama. Yokohama, the home of tires. And two ramen museums. The instant ramen museum and the regular ramen museum. Pam and I have taken quite a many trains today, and we've made it to Gotemba, where we will look at Fuji, a couple of parks, but we're actually not at the Gotemba station, but 2 stations down, because we're gonna go look at this lava cave. But I'll show you, Fuji is behind that bridge, and it's not a really good view of it right now, but oh, and now there's blocked by the shed. I'll try to get some better footage. Behold Mount Fuji. Where are we going? I don't know, but it's to a lava cave. Oh look, Fuji. We are going down this cave. Heading down into the Komakado Cave.
Looks scary down there.
There it is. Here we go. We've reached the dead end of the first branch. Those are Japanese people trying to escape the war. The war for our hearts is what I meant to say. This is the end of the line. They fenced us off because, as Pam pointed out,
Monsters.
this is where the monsters come out of, like Godzilla, Mega Godzilla, Mothra, etc. We're protected by that mesh link fence and those rickety looking poles. The Japanese, so resourceful.
Neon intruding one has been
This is the second branch of the main cave. We're going to find out what's at the very end. I fear for her safety. Fortunately, there's this young Japanese family way up ahead, and if I was going to put a bet on it, I think Pam and I can outrun them and trip them so that the monsters get them while we make our escape. So this is the next gated off fence to keep the monsters at bay. So what happened was the Japanese put up this rock fall here to prevent more monsters from coming out. Now if you go Google Komakado Kanza, you'll probably see something about lava tubes and stuff. Don't believe any of that. Believe what I'm saying. I'm here, you're not. So I think we're pretty much at the end of the line here, and we're gonna go back up to the surface now. This cost us 300 yen to be down here. I guess it's money well spent. Gotta replace those light bulbs somehow. So we're gonna go back to Gotemba now and look at Fuji. There's a couple of parks we're gonna check out.
We have more victims for the monster.
Pam is crossing the bridge to safety and freedom. Pam is about to cross the bridge of triumph. Look how triumphant she is. Yep. So Pam and I just finished visiting the lava cave thing. It's okay, I wouldn't go out of your way to go see it. But we were already going to Gotemba, and it's only 2 stops further down from Gotemba train station. So we just took it down, checked it out. Now we're going back to Gotemba, where there's 2 parks that are supposedly super cool to see. Hopefully Mount Fuji and maybe some sakura trees. We're headed back to Gotemba. I sure hope the train has enough seats for all these people waiting for the train back to Gotemba. Yep. We're in Gotemba and we made it to Hiwa Park, or actually it's coming up. But that's the Memorial Park, which we're not going into because there's supposedly better views at the other park we're going to. The Mount Praying for World Peace, it says. Guardian of the gates and their flip-flops. You can see Fuji right in the background right there. It's a little cloudy though. I hope grizzlies aren't there because it's only Pam and myself and we're not in a team of 3.
Throw the barley tea at it.
We'll throw barley tea at it. It's a well-known fact, grizzly bears hate barley tea. now on our way to the Shin something Ramen Museum.
Shin Yokohama.
Yeah, it's pretty much a building that has a bunch of ramen shops all combined together, and I guess they call it a museum. So we're gonna go check it out, eat dinner. It's been a long day of mainly just riding trains. We are at the Ramen Museum. Unami. Danger, danger. From Friends. So of the various ramen flavors out there and variations, the one that I like the most is that one, tonkatsu. Or this one, the dipping ramen. But don't get it confused with the soy sauce tonkatsu. That's not the same. If you were to come to tell me that this shoyu tonkatsu is the same as this regular tonkatsu, I will slap you. They're not the same. Something in my eye. We're now going to the lower floors of the Ramen Museum to actually eat and order ramen. We are trying number 7, the Hachan ramen. I got the ramen with a half portion and extra chashu. The reason being is because we're going to go try, or at least I'm going to go try number 6 as well. And if I have room, one of these other ones. This is the interior. Off to ramen shop number 2.
次の出させていただくときは2人なのでぜひまた
We're gonna try spicy miso ramen. So I'm here to try ramen bowl number 3. It's going to be at this outlet number 4, which is going to be their tonkatsu shoyu ramen with seafood. Again, it's a half portion because it's already bowl number 3. So some closing thoughts about the ramen I had tonight. I would say the first place was a third place. First place I visited was a third place. Second place is the miso spicy. And I would say the first place is the place I just had, which is the tonkatsu shoyu ramen. Because it was supposedly tonkatsu shoyu with seaweed flavor, so it tasted very, very similar to the tsukumen that I had before, which isn't good, which isn't bad. It's like it added a lot of good flavors to it. So it's kind of like tsukumen without the dipping part. So I would say out of the 3, I'd go back and probably visit that most recent one again because it was worth it. I haven't tried the other ones, but it's late and I already had 3 bowls of ramen. And one thing I'd like to add is that last place, the tonkatsu shoyu, their mini bowl, as with the other ones, felt more complete than the other ones. because the presentation looked right. The miso one was good too, except this one, like you saw the seaweed, you saw kind of the layout. It looked like a miniaturized full-on bowl, while the second and the very first place I visited felt like it just skimped on materials, which is, you know, what you usually do, but it didn't feel as balanced and complete. So we're gonna check out the museum and then probably head back to the hotel. My sodium level's like way high right now, way high.
Buy that bowl and put yourself as a cell phone holder.
I might need to buy that. Okay. Yeah, we could buy this kit and make ramen at home, or we'll just go out and eat ramen and not go through all that trouble. We've made it back. We're going to go back to our hotel now, shower. I'm gonna see if I can get any trades done, but then maybe go to sleep early.
Long day.
Long day. It was a lot of train riding. You'll see from the footage, because we took trains
Everywhere.
from Nagano down to here.
All free?
All free.
Technically.
Technically. This is a recap of day 23. It could be best described as train day. We rode the train down from Nagano down to Tokyo, then Tokyo down to Yokohama. So that was like a few hours. Checked in our hotel room, then took the train from Yokohama down to Gotemba, which is near where Fuji is, to look at Mount Fuji and a couple parks. Then we took the same train back a few hours from Gotemba to Yokohama, then Yokohama up to a little district in Yokohama to eat the ramen, and then taking that same 20-minute ride back down to Yokohama to check into the hotel room. Yeah, so other than that, I ate a lot of ramen. My sodium level is probably 4 times my daily required dosage, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll try to put in some notes of, if you want to skip the ramen information, you know where to go to what minute, and if you want to skip the other crap, you could probably just skip to the ramen section. So that's it for today. Tomorrow we're going to go to a instant ramen museum, even though we went to a ramen museum today. So stay tuned for that.